All right, YouTube, we are back. It's been quite some time. Um, Unfortunately, we both got COVID separate weeks apart, and that had a lot to do with our little break.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an unexpected hiatus due to several unforeseen circumstances, on top of us getting COVID at separate times as well. But hey, we're back. We're ready to talk about some boxing.
And what better topic to talk about than the fight that's been steaming lately? And we both have very strong opinions on, and that's like you guys see in the title, Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. All right, so this fight, there's just so much to be talked about here. Like, really, one of my biggest bones to pick when it comes to this fight is just why people are so impatient for it to happen. Since the dawn of time, since the dawn of this fight ever being possible, I always felt that, what's the rush? They're both still pretty young, especially Ryan. There's so much time for them to develop. We can just sit down and let the fight marinate. Let Ryan get a little older. Let Ryan improve his boxing IQ. Why not make the fight more interesting? Why not make the fight when Ryan's a little bigger, a little older, a little stronger, and has a better boxing IQ to make the fight more interesting? Maybe make the fight a unification fight, an undisputed fight. For now, it's just clout. Who cares about that? It's just internet clout right now. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I agree. It's really rare for me to feel that there are fights that should be left to marinate. For the most part, I think that that's always a bad road to go down. You let it marinate and then either it never happens or it takes too long.
That's true.
Floyd and Pac, for example. But no, I definitely think there are two fights right now that I think it makes sense to marinate. People are trying to get right now. And yeah, this one, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, and also Virgil Ortiz in boots. But we're talking about Tank and Garcia. So I agree. I mean, like, Ryan's still really young and Tank is a little older. He's like, what, 28, I think, right?
Yeah, closer to his 30s.
He's closing in on his prime, but he still has a little bit, like, he's not in his prime yet. He still has more to develop. So, like, why not get it when he's, 30, 31 in his prime? And like you said, Ryan's also a little older, smarter. His IQ's improved. His defense has improved. Why would we not want to see better versions of both of these guys against each other?
Yeah, because Davis, let's see, let me look it up right now. Gervonta Davis is 27 and Ryan is 24. Since Davis is going to be 28 this year and Ryan's going to be 25 next year, it's only about 3 years apart.
Yeah, that's a really solid kind of age gap.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
Like, both of them could reasonably be in or near their primes when the fight happens.
And yeah, like, why not let Ryan be at the end of his, like, well, not the end of his prime, but I mean, at the beginning of his prime, like at 28 or something, and Davis can be 31. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it. They'll both be in their prime. They'll both be at their peak. And that just makes the fight more interesting. Wouldn't you rather see, like, a bigger, better Ryan at welterweight or at super welter than his little scrawny ass at lightweight right now? There's really no rush. And also the promoters right now, there's no way, there's no going around them. This fight will only happen if both of them are free agents. And that's what makes it a little better. I think they won't become free agents till they're a little older and realize that they have more control of their career than they think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once Ryan leaves Oscar and Tank leaves Floyd, for now this fight's just not happening. I think people should just deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that too. It seems at this moment in time, it seems like this fight is dead in the water. I don't think it's going to happen. I think I heard something that Oscar said they'd moved on, that they're looking to fight Tio next. So it seems like this fight is dead, but honestly, that's a good thing. Like, give them both a couple years to keep upping their game, and let's see the best, or better at the very least, better versions of these guys face off against each other. It'll make for a better fight.
Right. Ryan, for now, all he has going for him is his left hook, his power, and his speed. I think out of all the lightweight prospects, he has the weakest boxing IQ, and that can still be improved. I mean, this might be a hot topic, but he's a little too old to not have his boxing IQ up by now. Like if he had the level of the boxing IQ of a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia could be unstoppable. But
Definitely. Yeah, I'm a fan of both of these guys. So like objectively, I just don't think Ryan is ready for this fight anyway. That's probably
yeah,
why a lot of people want this fight right now also, because he would
they want to see him get knocked out.
yeah, they probably want to see him lose, but I don't care. I want to see a good fight. That's what I want. That's what the fans want. A war, you know?
Exactly. All right, so that about sums up our opinions. To summarize, let the fight marinate. What's the rush? Let the guys improve. It'll make the fight more interesting. Maybe, like I said earlier, it could be a unification fight in the future. Put more at stake for this fight to happen. For right now, it's just all for clout, and I'm just not interested yet. Any final words?
Yeah, I mean, until these guys fight, until they're ready to fight each other, all I want to see is for them to start taking their careers more seriously, for both of them to start fighting higher level opposition until
Yes.
they make their ways to each other.
It'll make the fight more interesting too.
Exactly. It's like if they get through bigger opposition and finally meet each other, then you can call it a real super fight.
Yeah, because it'll be like, oh, they defeated these people, and this guy took them out quicker than this guy, because they're both knockout specialists.
Yeah.
So that can definitely be made.
And like you
Bunch of
said, right
arguments can
now
be
it's just two guys fighting for clout. Maybe down the line they'll be legitimate champions.
All right, guys. So there you have it. There's our opinion. I'm not sure if we're in the minority, but hopefully this video makes it out to the masses. Until next time.
Like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.
Peace out.